When you hear the name Machiavelli, your mind probably jumps straight to words like ruthless or cunning. But what if that's not the whole story? Today we're going to break down a different take on his ideas, one that frames him not as a teacher of evil, but as a teacher of awareness. It's about learning to see the invisible game board that we're all playing on, whether we realize it or not.
And this really kicks things off with a bang. It's a provocative idea for sure. The point isn't that being good is bad. It's that in a really complex world, just having pure intentions isn't always enough. Success often hinges on having a sharp, strategic mind. So this isn't a call to be cruel. It's a call to wake up and be aware.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. First, we're going to unpack what this Machiavellian mindset really is. Then, we'll dig into a tough question. Why do good people lose so often? From there, we'll explore the art of perception, the surprising power of just staying quiet, and finally, we'll get to the ultimate goal, becoming unreachable.
So first up, the mindset. This is the absolute foundation, and it's all about a fundamental shift in how you see the world. It's not about learning to be manipulative. It's about learning to see the manipulation that's already happening all around you.
So what is this mindset, really? Well, you can think of it as a kind of radical awareness. It's about looking at human behavior for what it is, not what we wish it would be. It's understanding how things like expectations, or even your own emotional reactions, can be used by others as strategic tools. It's the simple and sometimes harsh recognition that not everyone plays by your rulebook.
And here's the bottom line, the hard truth of it all. Choosing to be ignorant of the game doesn't protect you. It doesn't take you off the board. All it does is make you a pawn, a piece that's easy for others to move, control, and ultimately sacrifice for their own benefit. Which leads us to this really fascinating and frankly, kind of uncomfortable question. If good, well-meaning people are out there trying their best, why do they so often get the short end of the stick in these situations? And this slide just lays it out so clearly. You've got the good person on one side, they're transparent, they're consistent, they expect others to be fair, and on the other side you've got the dirty player. Now they don't attack you head on, no, that's too obvious. Instead they just watch, they study you. And your predictability, your consistent goodness, becomes a literal roadmap for them to use against you. This is the absolute core of the problem. When your moral code makes you predictable, when someone knows exactly how you will react, what lines you won't cross, what you will tolerate, they don't have to guess anymore. They can plot their moves against you with almost perfect accuracy. Your predictability becomes your vulnerability.
So, if these manipulators aren't attacking you directly, how are they getting their way? Well, they're using something much more subtle, much more powerful. They're using the art of perception, or as our source material calls it, positioning. Positioning isn't about brute force. It's about quietly setting the stage. It's about designing a situation so that your completely natural reaction makes you look like the bad guy. Think about it. A coworker forgets to include you on an important email. And when you get upset, they act all innocent and surprised, which makes you look totally unreasonable to everyone else. That's positioning. And it usually follows this three-step playbook. First, they arrange the conditions, they set the trap. Second, they cast you in a role, maybe the emotional one or the difficult one. And third, and this is the killer move, they just stay calm. They let the contrast between their cool composure and your justified reaction do all the dirty work for them.
All right, so how do you counter this? How do you take back control? Well, the answer isn't to fight fire with fire or to yell louder. It's to do the opposite. It's to embrace the power of silence, the power of withholding.
And this gets to an idea that feels wrong at first. I mean, we're all taught to communicate, to explain ourselves, right? But what if that instinct is exactly what's costing you the game? Why is it that the moment you start explaining, you often start losing?
It's because you are literally giving your authority away. The second you start justifying yourself, you're not stating a fact anymore. You're asking for their judgment. You're handing your reasoning over to them on a silver platter, letting them pick it apart, question it, and twist it however they want.
So what's the alternative? A delayed response, a simple pause. That one action completely short-circuits their plan. It messes with their expectations. It gives you time to think, it puts the pressure back on them, and most importantly, it sends a crystal-clear signal that you are in total command of yourself.
Okay, so all of these tactics, all these ideas, they're all leading to one final ultimate objective. And the goal isn't just to get better at winning the little battles. It's to rise above the battlefields completely. It's to become, for all intents and purposes, unreachable. Let's be really clear here. The point is not to dominate other people.
It's to build such a strong inner core, such powerful self-command, that manipulators just look at you and realize it's a bad investment. You make playing games with you a complete waste of their time and energy. It's too costly, so they just move on.
So, when you boil everything we've talked about down to its essence, what's the one central truth that holds it all together?
It's this: real power is quiet. It doesn't need to be loud, it doesn't need to announce itself. It works subtly, by adjusting the environment and creating conditions where other people's manipulative tactics just don't work. It lets them expose themselves, all on their own.
And this last quote just says it all, doesn't it? This captures the entire shift in thinking. The real win isn't about beating someone else. It's about elevating yourself, building such a solid internal foundation that you are simply beyond their games. You're not just winning, you've moved so far beyond the game that it becomes completely irrelevant.